Hey guys, welcome to Critically Awesome. My name is Trent,
And I'm Garrett.
and we are so happy to see you guys again this Tuesday afternoon. This Tuesday, I'm getting my days mixed up. You know that, Garrett?
Tuesday night, not even afternoon.
I know. I last Thursday I had tacos on Tuesday, and I had tacos.
I think tacos on
And,
Thursday.
I thought it was Taco Tuesday, but it was actually Taco Thursday.
Thursday.
I'm saying to myself that it was Taco Friday, even though it wasn't even Friday yet.
Nice.
I did all that rambling because I had noise in the background, and I couldn't hear myself think.
Wow.
So what's up with you, Garrett? What have you been up to?
Well, not a whole lot. Been doing a lot of family stuff. Pretty much that's about it. But movie-wise, if that's what you were really wanting to know. Let's see. Movie-wise, I've seen in the theaters since we last talked, which was about, I think, actually 2 weeks ago, which is kind of crazy. I went and watched The Secret Life of Pets.
How was that?
It was a pretty good movie. I thought it was pretty decent. Not as good as I thought it was going to be. I didn't laugh as much. I don't think. I don't know. It's just. I did a little research before I even watched it, way before I watched it or whatever, and it's almost like the same storyline of Toy Story. And so you have Woody, you have the pretty much the person who kind of runs everything, who kind of the favorite essentially, and then you have a stranger as the new dog, as Buzz, comes in. They kind of fight amongst themselves, and then they get lost, and they have to find their way back home, and they become best friends. It's pretty funny. I think the funny part though was Kevin Hart's part of it, because he was a little bunny.
Of course he was.
It was pretty funny because he was a bunny with a very evil bunny, and so it was pretty funny with his role of that. Besides that, just been watching TV shows. Been watching Sleepy Hollow. The new season came on Once Upon a Time on Netflix. I've been watching Bob's Burgers a little bit, a couple episodes in now, which if you guys don't know, the voice actor who is Bob in Bob's Burgers he's Archer in the TV series Archer, as well as, let's see, what else I've been watching. Defiance. I think I'm gonna rewatch The Man in the High Castle. Besides that, I mean, that's all about it, I think, on my movie list I've been watching. I feel like I want to go watch the Batman the Killing Joke again, because I bought that, so I want to watch that again.
Toad's jelly, by the way. I
tried again where we could watch it when we were back down there, but for some reason we couldn't get that to go.
I know that I've been watching Star Trek still, Voyager. I've also been watching.
I need to watch that one.
It's really good. I mean, it starts getting repetitive after a while. They get into imminent danger. The ship's going to be destroyed, but for some reason there's a time paradox, and then that ends up, not destroying the ship, or there was something else that happened, and you're like, wait, hang on, whoa, time out. What's going on? And then they explain it at the end, and you're like, yeah, I guess that makes sense because science. Sure. And then I've been watching Bob Ross because, you can always do good with Bob Ross. Bob Ross is something that'll keep you calm and not freak out. Let's see. I watched Dead Poet Society. It's always a good one. I love that movie. That's got to be one of my favorite movies, especially it's inspirational. It's also funny. You've got just the greatest quotes like "Carpe diem." That's one of the best quotes. Seize the day. That's something that you can live your life by. Is carpe diem. Every day you need to seize the day. It's supposed to be a nerdy podcast, and I'm giving life lessons.
Yeah,
me too. Maybe that's what I need to be doing from now on instead of critically awesome. It'll just be life lessons with Trent. Carpe diem, seize the day. Captain, my captain.
You're just gonna leave me in the dust. You see how that is.
Yeah, we're gonna leave you in the dust. I'm gonna go back to my original podcast or my original YouTube channel and just, yeah. I watched Archer a little bit. I watched more Archer because after we got our Loot Crate and got that Archer t-shirt, I wore that for like 3 days straight, watching nothing but Archer.
Yeah, I got a couple compliments on that t-shirt. I wore it a couple times out around, and people were wondering where I got it at.
Hey, Loot Crate, do it, it's fun. And we're not getting paid a single cent by Loot Crate. Can you believe that? We're not even getting paid a single cent by YouTube. But, you know, we do it for the fun-ish. Let's see. I know there was some more stuff I've watched.
Have you ever thought about trying Bob's Burgers at all?
No, it looks way too stupid for me. Wait, is that the reason why in one Archer episode they went to Bob's Burgers?
Yeah, because he is... Like, I think that's the second... Is it the first episode of the second season?
I don't remember. I was like,
it was one of the first few episodes of one of the seasons. But yeah, because the voice actor he's also in Bob Burgers as well.
I was always like, this is the weirdest crossover I've ever seen. But okay, we'll do it. Why not? So, yeah. What's coming up in this week? Like, what's the news besides, of course, Gene Wilder's imminent death?
Well, I know. I just do a little brief description of this last week's box office stuff. I'm not going to go into big detail. Just kind of list them off. Number 5 was Mechanic Resurrection. That came out last weekend. Number 4 was Sausage Party. 3 was Kubo and the Two Strings, which actually I really wanted to see that. Did you see any of the trailers for that trend at all?
Kubo? No, yeah, I just saw the Snapchat filters.
I don't know. I really wanted to see it. I still want to see it because it's clay animation and all that. I really love that kind of art style. Kind of like it's the makers. I think it's the directors of Coraline and all that. And so I think from what I've heard, it's a really good movie. So I definitely want to try seeing this in the theaters before it goes out. Number 2 was Suicide Squad, which actually Suicide Squad for the past couple weeks has been number 1, which I think is a little bit longer than Batman v Superman. So that's good. And then it got beat out by Don't Breathe, which is a horror movie. Which I think this is about a blind, like, ex-military guy. He does some, like, it's these kids break into his home or whatever. It kind of has like a, I guess, what's it called? A panic room kind of a feel to it, I guess, from what I've heard. So that's pretty much the box office breakdown there. So and Suicide Squad's still in the top 5, so that's really good for DC and Warner Brothers. So I'm really excited for that because it's about 4 weeks now since it came out. So
I'll tell you this much: I had a friend watch that Sausage Party movie, and she said it was so boring that she fell asleep in the middle of the movie.
Really, I've heard mixed things about it. I've heard like it's really funny, but it like gets really weird at the very closer to the end, stuff like that. And it's one of those movies you probably just watch like on Netflix or something like that.
Yeah, hopefully Netflix gets it really soon, like they did The Interview, and that's when I'm gonna watch it.
They had that instantly.
It's like, yeah, sure, we'll take it. Who cares what North Korea thinks? We'll take it. And I feel safe to say that because North Korea doesn't have the internet, so yeah, what up? So yeah, but she's also Russian, so that probably doesn't help at all. I'm just kidding, totally kidding.
Russia now she's not watching anymore. Good job.
No, she's not watching right now. I know that much. She said she's going to watch later. So that's all that counts.
Oh.
I have several people who will hopefully be watching this later.
We got a couple more. I think we got one more viewer or one more subscriber.
We have 53 subscribers now, which is 3 more
No,
than what we had
54.
last week.
No,
54.
54.
All right. So it looks like all my talking about my YouTube channel is actually our YouTube. Sorry, Garrett. Our YouTube channel
Jeez.
has actually started working. You're worse than my wife sometimes. But
Wow.
that well, that could be one of two things. Like you're just a great guy, or I don't know. How are you taking that?
I don't know. That's for you to find out.
With a drink of scotch?
Let's see.
Scotch.
What else happened in the movie? We got to see a kind of short clip. Ben Affleck put a short clip on Twitter, I do believe, of Deathstroke. Deathstroke was, I guess, supposedly, he was on the set of Justice League, which is pretty cool. I really like Deathstroke. He's a pretty cool character in the DC universe. Essentially, he's the equivalent of Deadpool in the Marvel universe.
Well, they are created by the same.
I don't know that because I don't know. I think Deadpool's like
Deadpool
a 90s.
was made in 1992, but Deathstroke
Yeah.
was made earlier than that. Let me.
Yeah, so I think Deadpool. I mean, Deathstroke.
Google machine going.
So Deathstroke is more of a military type person, but he's indestructible and all that, and he fights with swords, of course, but he's not like the smart ass like Deadpool is.
Let's see who created Deathstroke.
But Ben Affleck, he put out a video of because I think he's executive producer or co-producing, I don't know, of Justice League. So he put out.
So he was made in 1980. He was in Teen Titans Volume 1 in 1980. So that's when he first appeared.
Deathstroke.
And then he also appeared in 2000. Yes. So he was definitely around before. His first appearance was New Teen Titans number 2, December 1980, created by Marv Wolfman and George Perez, or maybe Jorge Perez. So, on that note, let's look at Deadpool. Whoops, that's not how you spell pool. Not Deadpool. He was created first appearance was February of 1991, so 11 years later. So we can definitely say that Marvel copied DC on that one.
They both are. They both do that from each other. They both copy each other. So,
and it's not even the same person. So it's Rob Liefeld and Fabian. Nick, like it's something foreign. I'm terrible when it comes to that. I am just a terrible individual. Sometimes, Garrett. I'm surprised we have any foreign viewers.
Have a petty party, Jesus.
I will have.
Anyways,
which is amazing.
Let's see what else is going on.
Ooh.
All right.
So, what are you thinking about Star Wars Rogue One? How do we think that's going to be?
I'm really excited for it. I hope it's the movie that I think it's going to be. We might actually. There's a little glimpse of Darth Vader, of course. So maybe we actually get to see Darth Vader actually truly in action.
I'm sure we will. Like more action than what we could get in the 70s and 80s.
Yeah, definitely. Because that's the weirdest thing though is that people are like, oh, Darth Vader's a badass, but in all honesty, in the movies he really wasn't at all. He didn't do a whole lot of anything that would make you think that.
He is a badass though. Like it just if you know his storyline, then he's going to be one of the best.
Yes, but in the movie portrayal of him, it wasn't like that.
So let's go ahead and go on to one of our main topics, which is Gene Wilder.
Yeah, he passed yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday. He
Absolutely.
passed yesterday from complications of Alzheimer's disease. So,
83 years
Um,
old, which is a lot
no,
better
I
than
mean-
what it's a lot better than what most people have been dying this year.
yeah, but I'm pretty sure that if you would have said the name Gene Wilder 2 days ago, nobody would have known who the heck you were talking about. But all of a sudden, after
True.
he dies, everybody's been a fan of him since the very beginning, which the very beginning was like 1970 something, right?
I think so.
Or-
Yeah.
1961 actually.
Yeah, he had like a little small part.
But we all pretty much know him really well from the movie Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
I love him, which I haven't seen Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory in a long time. But my favorite movie of him would be Young Frankenstein.
That's my personal favorite too.
I
Young
love
Frankenstein.
that movie, which I need to watch Blazing Saddles. I've been told this multiple times. It's like if I love Young Frankenstein, I'll love Blazing Saddles.
Oh yeah.
So
I think one of my favorite scenes in Young Frankenstein is after he hooks up with his intern, and they're coming
Yeah.
down off the floating table. He's got a cigarette in his mouth.
it's like, what? Did I tell you not to bother me when I'm working?
Your fiance is here. What? Oh my gosh. Oh man, it's
Nice knockers. Oh, thank you. What big knockers.
I need to watch that movie again.
I know, I did too. I was going to watch it last night, but I didn't get a chance to.
I think it's on Amazon Prime, isn't it?
I'm not for sure, but I own it. Like, I have the DVD.
I'm kind of jealous of you now.
Be jealous.
I am jealous. You've got Killing Joke, now you got Young Frankenstein. I've got the newer version of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, but that's just
That's
because-
Charlie in the Chocolate Factory.
whatever. It's just because Tiffany's Satan sometimes when it comes to movies. She likes that one. She said that the older one is more of an acid trip than the newer one.
Really?
I said, I don't know about that. That's Tim Burton. You can't really get more acidy than Tim Burton.
Yeah. Yeah, that's and I mean, you have Johnny Depp who looks like Michael Jackson, so
A young Michael Jackson if he was white.
yeah.
So I like little Michael. So I guess she said that movie was more scary than the newer one, that the old Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
So,
was-
like, speaking of that, I was kind of reading around, kind of seeing if there's anything interesting facts, about Gene Wilder. And a lot of it was more about Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. In that scene where they're going through the tunnel and all that, that actually, like, most of the actors and actresses there, they thought he was actually going mad. Like, they didn't know what was happening.
he never
and,
broke character.
Yeah, and like when the kids came into the factory for the first time, and it came up to like all that, the big field with the chocolate waterfall and all that, the surprise faces on them are actual true surprise faces, because no one's seen that scene before, that set until then. So that was pretty cool. Let's see, what else was there? Actually, the chocolate waterfall and river was actually a chocolate waterfall.
I would
like
love to
it-
have been on there.
It was actually chocolate, water, and milk. Like it was like a chocolate milk waterfall, essentially.
A watered down chocolate milk waterfall.
Yeah, well, I mean, you have to get a lot of milk to even, fill all that up.
That was all of their production's money right there. That was all of their money.
I don't know. And then he, the scene, the very last one of the last scenes of him and Charlie, Willy Wonka and Charlie, where he was yelling at Charlie and all that. The kid actor who played Charlie, didn't he know that Gene Wilder was going to be yelling at him like that?
Mm-hmm.
and so that there was actual true surprise and kind of fear a little bit in his eyes and whatnot. So that was kind of interesting a little bit. A couple little interesting facts of Willy Wonka.
We need to look up facts for Young Frankenstein, since those are the two movies that we're really going to be talking about. I know that's one of my favorite movies. Everything you always wanted to know about sex, but were afraid to ask. That's a role that he had. Woody Allen offered it to him. It would put him on his series end of flops. Yeah, for some reason I thought that Mel Brooks died, but Mel Brooks directed some of the stuff that came out. I don't know why, but I had a brain fart when I was typing this in, and I was like, wait, Gene Wilder, Mel Brooks didn't die. It was Gene Wilder. But Mel Brooks directed Young Frankenstein. That's why I thought of that. So, if you really want to get technical, Gene Wilder, or Dr. Frankenstein, is now
Dr.
With-
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein. He is now resting in peace with Frankenstein itself, or the monster. Because the actor who played the monster died like 2 or 3 years ago, I think.
Yeah, he was the one. He was the dad who put in Everyone Loves Raymond.
Yo.
Yeah, he died a few years ago.
Oh, and I didn't know that until right before he died. Like, I was looking it up. I was like, wait a minute. That's the same guy from Everybody Loves Raymond.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's sadly that is true. What you said before is that most people don't know who Gene Wilder was until now.
Yeah, then all of a sudden, I've loved him since the very beginning.
Which, granted, I mean, really, he wasn't in a lot of movies either, though. Like, he was more. He did more. Igor. He did more of. He did more. Like screenplay. Like he wrote more stuff than he was played.
He was a writer and a director.
Yeah, he did that. He did that more than anything else.
Oh. But he also starred in a lot of movies that were actually flops. So.
Yeah, he did a lot of smaller production movies, I think, actually.
This is going to be a really short podcast, I think.
It is if we just
Like,
talk about this.
We're only 23 minutes into it, and I think we're already running out of things to talk about.
At least Gene Wilder wise. I mean, like I said, he was nominated for several awards and all that. He was in Alice in Wonderland, apparently, in the 1999 Alice in Wonderland.
He was born on the same day my mom was, June 11th.
That's a fun fact.
That's exciting, Garrett. Shut up.
Like his most recent one was Yo Gabba Gabba. I don't know what that is. I think he directed that probably.
Yeah, Gabba Gabba
Or maybe he
is
was in it.
a kid's show.
It's a TV series. It's a TV series, yeah. And then he was in Will and Grace. So the last movie he was in was Alice in Wonderland.
Another You was one of the last movies he was. Oh. Alice in Wonderland was a television film.
Oh, was it? Oh, it was a TV movie, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Last movie he was in was Another You, and he was George.
Yeah.
That was in 91.
Yeah, he did a lot of small production movies. Like Funny About Love, See No Evil, Hear No Evil.
The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes' Smarter Brother.
I had no idea. That's like 75. That's way too.
The Little Prince. Blazing
Frankenstein's from 1974. He did a lot of stuff in the 70s, it looks like. He was in The Producers.
Oh, yeah. He was
Bloom. He was Lorando.
Leo Bloom.
Leonardo Bloom. Leo.
Let's see. He was on Broadway a lot.
I think he did a lot of Broadway stuff, and I think also with him being sick is why he didn't do a whole lot of, because he had a dementia.
He had Alzheimer's.
Not dementia. It's actually, I think, almost
One of
same,
the
but-
more well-known Broadway shows that he was in was One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and he was in that in 1963. His last Broadway show was in London. Actually, his last show was in London in '96, and it was called Laughter on the 23rd Floor.
Hmm.
In Alice in Wonderland, the TV movie, he was the Mock Turtle.
The Mock Turtle.
Oh yeah, that was one of the ones that was really not well known at all.
Yeah,
So-
he did a lot of small time stuff, not real big.
Well, shoot. Well, I know this much. Gene Wilder would definitely be missed. He would be a guy who will always stay true. He'll be one of the guys who was always an actor who never broke character. He was a first of many in Hollywood who
Yeah,
never broke
I-
character. He was, when he was on set, you never knew what was going to come out of him. And I know that people are saying a lot about that with Jared Leto's The Joker. He was just off the wall and crazy, but he models himself after people like Gene Wilder, who did the same thing, but in like the 60s and 70s when television and everything else like that was original, and we weren't remaking things and had to have superheroes and explosions and stuff. You just had to have cool, lightning bolts and black and white.
Great acting.
Great acting.
And that's what I liked about Young Frankenstein was the black and white. And that really made the movie, I think, too. Like, it made it just stand out completely. I mean, it just...
I said I was going to have stuff up by this time, and I still have nothing up. It's all sitting in a box. Like, that's where all of my stuff is. I still haven't unloaded everything because I've been busy and lazy at the same time.
But more lazy.
I don't know. I've been working a lot. Plus, I've got a window behind me. Like, I don't know where I'm going to put all this stuff at.
Yeah, that is a problem.
That is a problem. Maybe whenever I move to the future side of Critically Awesome after I get it built, we'll have some pretty cool stuff, soundproofing and everything. Don't have to worry about the kids running in the middle of the podcast. Plus, I'll be closer to the Wi-Fi, so.
Yeah.
But maybe one of these days I'll take you viewers on the tour of my house.
You can do that live thing.
Yeah, on Facebook. But I've already done that. I haven't done it since we moved in and got everything all settled up, but I don't know. Maybe we'll think about it. We'll see where we go. So, I think next Monday we'll end up doing another podcast. This time I'm going to try to stay true to that. I've got Mondays off, so I don't see why we wouldn't, other than if my family decides we want to go out somewhere, we're going to go out somewhere.
Next Monday is a holiday.
It's Labor Day,
Mm-hmm.
but I got
So
that day
just
off.
Just FYI, but yeah, which it means everyone's off though too most of the time. So
So maybe we'll get
gives
more than
me
2
more.
viewers.
yeah, it gives them even more of a reason for our viewers to watch us.
I'm pretty sure that our viewership right now is me and you, but
It is, but oh well.
it's all right. I'm
It
having
always
fun.
is.
Well, not all the time. I mean, we'll have 3 viewers every once in a while. So.
Yeah.
But yeah,
don't know.
I know. What, go ahead, buddy.
Sorry, go ahead. No, it's all right. Go ahead.
No, you first. I insist.
Oh, do you?
I see that little ball in the back. bingo
Yeah,
The
the
choosing ball.
the death match or the spinning death match. Ball. I don't know. I can't think of an awesome phrase
The
for it.
ball. The ball
death-
of decision.
Movie death match wheel of fortune. I don't know, but
Movie deathmatch ball of destruction. I like that.
we haven't done that in a while, but we're also haven't been very consistent. So Really can't
Movie
do it.
deathmatch.
Shit.
Balls of Destruction.
Balls
I
of
like
Fury.
that. That's we can't steal a movie title. That's just Balls of Destruction. Balls of Decision. I mean,
Well, that's even better. Balls of Decision. The
critically
Ball of
awesome
Decision.
movie. Yeah,
The
critically
ball-
awesome movie
the-
deathmatch. Balls of Decision. Balls.
The
It has to
Wheel
be
of
balls.
Decision.
No balls.
Okay.
Because there you
Okay.
get little balls out of them, and then it
That's
decides.
true. That is true.
Pull that sucker out. We're doing a movie deathmatch next week.
You
Pull it out.
think?
Pull it out. Get out the Balls of Decision.
Okay, but we might lose viewers here. Oh, no, I'm joking. Okay.
Not those Balls of Decision. Anything about those balls. All right, so Garrett's getting out the Balls of Decision right now. Critically Awesome's movie Balls of Decision. Critically Awesome's movie Deathmatch Balls of Decision. I like that. That's gonna make that a hashtag. Hashtag Critically Awesome movie Deathmatch Balls of Decision. Make it trending. All two of them.
Get a damn ball. Come on. Oh, it's
Sounds
fine.
like you're dragging something across the stainless steel. Ah,
All right. Well, I don't have my list. Hold on one sec, Trenton.
what are you good
entertain,
for? Entertain.
You entertain the audience for show them your third nipple. I don't know.
You have the third nipple, not me. That's a long story, guys. And I'm not getting into that because that was from like when we were kids at Boy Scouts. Did I tell you that me and Garrett have been friends for like 18 years? That's a long time. Then he moved up to Kansas City. Can you believe that guy? He moved up to Kansas City. Now the only time I ever get to see him is on this podcast. But it's okay. So, all right. While Garrett is deciding, I need you guys to go ahead and just go ahead and vote for Team Trent next week. Next week we're going to do our movie death match. It's going to be a little icon somewhere over here or up here, whichever way it is. And you're just going to go ahead and vote for Team Trent. Okay? Don't even worry about the Team Garrett button. Team Trent is where it's at. He's supposed to win every time. That's me. I'm talking about myself in the third person. There's something wrong with me sometimes. It's okay. But Team Trent every time, all the time. Movie Deathmatch champion 2016. Hey, Garrett is back. How's it going, buddy? I've missed you.
Uh-huh.
I was not.
I can't find my list.
You can't find your list?
My list.
Your list?
Cannot find it. My list?
Your-
Yeah, I can't find my list.
Your wrist is in between your
Oh,
arm
wait,
and your
found
hand. He found it, guys. He found it. Don't forget, guys. Team Trent. Hashtag Team Trent every time, not Team Garrett. So, anyways, Garrett is back again. He hasn't put on his headphones yet. But he is
Trent, I can go back and watch the whole thing, right?
Why would you watch the whole thing? Granted, it's going to be a very short one. Well, 30 minutes, I guess, isn't too short. But, there's no reason for you to watch it. Just trust me. I was just telling him.
He was talking crap for next week. That's what he was
I
doing.
was telling him about your third nipple and how we've been friends for 18 years. I wasn't telling him anything.
So we picked number 7, which number 7 is on my list. It is crime.
Crime.
That is the movie genre.
Crime. Would Sherlock Holmes be considered crime? Or would that be?
It has to be a movie. That's more of a action, maybe.
Well, we're gonna have to do some research on which movies we want to choose. We will have definitely have it chose for you by next week for show. And also, if you guys decide, if you guys want, you can choose the movies for us, and then we will watch those movies. Or if we've already watched them, we would debate those movies. So if you guys want to choose a movie for us, that would make our lives a little bit easier, especially mine. But we want you guys to get involved as much as possible. So if you know a good crime movie that I could watch or Garrett could watch, and you want to choose which movies we will debate, that would be awesome. Critically awesome, actually.
That'd be even more awesome, yes.
And then you
I
guys are the ones who choose the winner. of Critically Awesome's movie Deathmatch. It's either hashtag Team Trent or hashtag Team Garrett.
That's me.
You could do that on Twitter or on Facebook, or we're going to have a little icon in one of the two corners of the screen. Don't remember which side. That's going to have a little eye, and you click on it, and it's going to have a poll, and it's going to say Team Trent or Team Garrett. And then you can go from there. Choose it out. I think the last one was Garrett. I think you actually won.
I think I might have.
Maybe
I'm not for sure.
It's been a minute, so we'll have to take a peek at that.
Yeah, it's been a while. Isn't the side note off of movie deathmatch here? Sidebar. What do you think how the new season? Isn't the new season of Walking Dead coming up pretty soon?
October.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be
Yeah.
forever away. It feels like forever away. But I actually have a friend who met Norman Reedus at WizardCon in Chicago. She just so happened to be staying in the same hotel as Norman Reedus and had a drink with Norman Reedus at the same bar. Not just Norman Reedus, but Carrie Fisher, Mark Hamill, just a ton.
Mark Hamill would have been awesome.
I would have loved to see Carrie Fisher. I would have been like, hey, girl, what up? I know you're like 60 or whatever. I don't even know how old she is. I'm sorry, Carrie Fisher, if you somehow stumble upon this small little YouTube channel. You were beautiful in the 80s, and you are beautiful today. I will admit. So
I think I would have been more excited with Mark Hamill though because of Joker.
I would have been excited about Carrie Fisher because of Leia. Bro.
Wow.
Like, come on. Jabba the Hutt's, just, come on. But she showed me a list of all the people who were there. Lou Ferrigno was there.
I saw Lou Ferrigno in Planet Comic Con.
Well, aren't you just...
And George Takei.
He was at that one too. But then again, Lou Ferrigno and George Takei will do anything for $20. So.
And I saw the guy who I can't remember his name at the moment. I saw the guy who plays Deathstroke in Arrow. Who plays Slade Wilson in Arrow? I saw him.
I think he was at WizardCon too, and Screen Junkies were at WizardCon too. Screen Junkies are another YouTube channel that I love to watch. They have gotten really big actually on YouTube. They do the Honest Trailers, in case you don't know who that is, and they also do their movie fights. I almost called it movie deathmatch because of what we did. That's kind of what I modeled our movie deathmatch after. Was that? But I can never get a panel of people, so it's always just Garrett and I. But if you want to be a part of movie deathmatch next week, shoot us a little link on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, text message, Snapchat, whichever one you feel like doing. And we will do everything in our power. Now, the rules. If you're going to be a part of movie deathmatch, we judge you on creativity, passion, and knowledge of your subject. And then we will actually put you in the poll too. So that's how you vote. That's how you viewers at home vote. Now you have to have a movie. And it can't be the same as Garrett or I's. So we will be in constant contact in between now and next Monday. So you want to be a part of Critically Awesome's Movie Deathmatch? Send us a link, or don't send us a link. We'll send you the link.
Send us a comment in Facebook, or the comment below in this video.
Snapchat Garrett or I, or Instagram us,
or Twitter, or Instagram. Anything any possible way you can find us.
Garrett's on Grindr, so if you need Grindr,
yes, I am.
Actually, I didn't tell you. A couple of weeks ago, or 2 weeks ago, we got on a party bus because we were sending away some of our J1 students, and it was our final party for them. And we went up to Springfield on a Monday night. That's why we didn't do podcast last Monday. And the only thing that was open was a gay bar. I did not believe them when they said it was a gay bar. So I was like, all right, girls, let's go. And I swing open the door, and the first thing I see is a bunch of shirtless guys on the wall, not actually out there. And they're just almost everything is showing. I'm like, not today. No. Mm-mm. So I sat outside for quite a while. I got a shot of Patron and then went outside, had a beer also, and played some pool too. Man, can I tell you what? When I went back inside, there was this guy who was dancing. Woo! That guy could dance. He was a white guy. And I'll tell you what, he hit the ground and he didn't even flinch. I'm going to leave that one up to your imagination on what he hit and didn't even flinch. And I tell you what, there was a couple black guys, actually Jamaicans, who can dance really well, who we were all sitting there watching him. And I was like, this guy can dance. I'm jealous. The song ended and he just walked away. Yeah, no. I was like, where are you going? Come back. I want to see you dance again. That was cool. I don't do it for free, sweetheart. And I was like, oh, never mind. But he went back and sat with his boyfriend, and they had drinks and stuff. And I went back outside, and I was like, I'm going to listen to music out here. Yeah. But that was my story of when I went to this gay bar called Mix. It was very fun. And I hope I didn't offend anybody, because I know how offensive people can be sometimes, especially about the LGBT community. Anyways, if you guys have a funny story, let us know. I would love to hear it. Garrett, do you have any funny stories? Hey, wow, look at this. We have
Parker. Yeah, Parker's watching us, or actually listening to us, I think, since he's driving, apparently.
Cool.
So
Well,
definitely
hi,
shout
Parker.
out to Parker Wright.
What up?
We played some football with him back in high school.
Yeah, buddy. Wow, that's cool. I feel kind of, I feel good. That's awesome. I hope we make you laugh a little bit.
Hopefully the school year started off well enough for you there, Parker.
I
I
think
know
you
you're
just
thinking-
joined us. So.
Yeah, I think he's going to Joplin now. Up in Joplin.
Cool. What up? What up? Nope, he did. Well, yeah, he did just join us, so we are live. Anyways, what was I saying, Garrett? Garrett, close us out. I think we're
A
done.
gay
tonight.
bar. That's all I know you were talking
Gay bar.
about. I don't know. Is there anything else you want to talk about? I mean, you want to talk about I know we talked a little about Star Wars, but we didn't really get much into it. Because I know, like our last podcast, we were getting into it a little bit, and we kind of stopped.
Yeah, because we said it was going to be a another podcast. But I know that next week we're going to be doing movie Deathmatch, which is going to be amazing. I can't wait. Let's see. So we're doing crime. Are we sure we want to do crime?
It is our genre.
Are you sure we want to do crime? I might even make a thumbnail for that. I might get off my lazy butt, get back on my computer. I might get back on my lazy butt, get on my computer, and start,
Trenton,
Garrett.
if I'm looking correctly, because I looked up crime movies,
Mission Impossible is a crime movie, isn't it?
Pulp Fiction.
Ah, I choose that.
So,
I already win. Reservoir Dogs could be one too. Oh my god, dude, I could go on and on. I could just say
Scarface, the Gangs of New York.
that's a great one too. It's a very long
I think
movie.
I'm gonna get that one maybe, because it has Leonardo DiCaprio in it.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Silence of the Lambs.
You know, all I gotta say to win this is Quentin Tarantino, and then I already win.
You have The Dark Knight. I don't know.
The Dark
that's
Knight's a crime movie? That's not a crime movie.
Yeah.
Superhero movie. Everybody knows that that's a superhero movie, not a crime
Ocean's 11.
That just sounds stupid.
Let's
then
see
again,
what
that's
else
also
we
got Brad Pitt.
The Godfather
George Clooney.
Part 2, which I don't know why The Godfather Part 1 is not a crime movie.
I'm pretty sure it's a crime movie. You just gotta scroll down a little bit more.
It should be. Wolf of Wall Street's a crime movie.
How's that a crime? Well, I mean,
It is technically a crime movie, but it's like a kind of a humorous, I guess, crime movie.
Parker asked what are our expectations on Rogue One. Should we go ahead and get into that, or should we?
Why not? I mean, we're like 40 minutes in, 45 minutes. We can go a little bit here.
Well, my expectation is going to be it's just going to explode the box office. I think it's going to be. I think what's going to happen is all the Godfather movies. I think what's going to happen is we're going to have a huge freaking expectation for this, and it's just going to blow our minds. Like, we're going to see visual effects we haven't seen ever. The construction of the Death Star is one of those. I really hope that we see more than just that dish going into place.
Yeah.
I really want to see more.
Do you think there'd be not as many people maybe going out for this just because of back and like storyline into the storyline that was it's already been presented? You know,
well,
like
from what I am understanding, is between.
I mean, they're jumping in like because there's that 30-year gap between Revenge of the Sith and New Hope. So there's that kind of 30-year gap ish. So it's good that they are going back and kind of filling in these holes, but do you think that there will be some people who think that they shouldn't really just go back? They should make some newer additions to newer additions, add-on additions to the sagas, or you know what I mean? I hope I'm saying that right.
They want something more than just
like retelling of a story. They want more continuation, not
what happened in between.
Yeah, which I kind of want. I really want this. Like, I want this kind of movie because it's a different type of feel of Star Wars movie. This is more like almost like Battlefield, like the game. Star Wars Battlefield, stuff like that. Kind of like the games that they have now for Star Wars for the consoles. It's kind of that kind of feel. It seems like where it's a war movie.
I'm looking forward to that. I mean, I think it's going to be more than just a war movie. I think it's going to have more of a spy movie kind of a thing, and you got to be sneaky and stuff like that. And I don't know. I think it's going to have spy. It's going to have war, and I think it's even going to have some comedy chops in it because no movie nowadays cannot have comedy. You have to have something to make people laugh, which is going to be
it will just do horrible in critics, just like in.
I don't know. It's Star Wars and it's made by Disney, so Rotten Tomatoes is automatically going to give it a 98% on their Rotten scale. Now, if it was produced by Warner Brothers, I guarantee that it would get a 28 or lower.
Now, see, the only this is kind of thing we've been talking about lately, like Rotten Tomatoes, they don't actually give the scores. They take a collaborative of all the critics and they give the score. They don't actually give out a score.
Like I said, most of the critics get paid by Disney.
Yeah, and it's not even. But the critics are not even Rotten Tomato critics, is what I mean. Like, they're individual critics. They're their own people.
I don't know. I think what Rotten Tomatoes does is pretty rotten. How they'll see an amazing film, right? I'm known for that. I think what they do is pretty.
You can't say it now, can you?
No, I'm trying to think of a nice way of
putting it. I know you're going to say rotten again, weren't you?
They're. I had it at the tip of my tongue, and then you had to say something. You know that, right?
Oh, whatever. You did not have it at the tip of your tongue.
I did. It
wasn't even in your head.
It was in my head. I had 12% of an idea of what I was going to say.
Sure.
That's from a movie. Come on, I thought he was going to continue that.
Oh, sorry. I wasn't even paying attention to what you said.
I said I had about 12% of an idea. Hardly a concept.
No.
It's better than 11%. You're right, Groot. It's better than 11%. Come on.
Oh.
Here.
Sorry,
God.
I didn't watch that. Speaking of which, I didn't watch that movie again too. I haven't watched that in a while.
I watched Deadpool not too long ago. And then I watched,
I watched a
Thor,
little bit of-
Dark World.
There's some movies I haven't seen in a while.
Even though I gave it a C- on my scale.
Thor?
No. Deadpool. Remember I gave it a C and then
Yeah, but no, you gave it like a B plus after that.
Yeah, after I watched it for 4 times, I don't know. I don't know what was wrong with me.
You were in a bad mood each time you watched it. But I don't know.
You're in a bad
I
mood.
definitely cannot wait. The reason why I was saying about the whole going back and filling in holes from previous movies was because I have a coworker I work with, and he was excited about it until he found out that actually it was a between 3 and 4 movie. He thought it was actually a continuation off of 7 instead of between 3 and 4. So.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of excited for that part. Like, having an in between, like what happens next? What is going to happen next? What there's a big gap, and the only way to really fill it is to put it on the screen. Other than the fact of, you can read the books of all these other people and they say, yeah, hey, this is what happens, and but I am stoked for this movie, just about as stoked as I was for Suicide Squad, which was actually quite.
And do you think with them coming out with new movies every year that maybe people get tired of it?
No.
Just like how some people are starting to get tired of like superhero movies.
Yeah, but that's been going on since 2008. Superhero movies about every year, 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah.
So, no, I don't think they will. I think, people don't like Star Wars to begin with, and we shun those people away, and don't become their friends, never talk to them ever again, and push them off a cliff. That went way far. I forgot what I was even saying.
I didn't even talk, so it's not even my fault.
But I don't think. Do you think they're going to get tired of seeing Star Wars? Are you going to get tired of seeing Star Wars? Am I going to?
No. I know I won't. I'm just kind of playing devil's advocate here. I'm just trying to figure out, make a conversation. Like, I don't know, because that's what some people are saying. How because there is a Star Wars movie every year. I wonder where like the Han Solo kind of taking part in. I wonder if it's going to be taking part in. Is it going to take part in like just kind of in the middle? Is it going to be even in the storyline, of Star Wars?
I think what it is since they're casting such a young Han Solo, it's going to be before we even meet
Is
him.
this going to be a solo movie? Right, literally a solo movie. Is it just going to be a standalone movie, where it doesn't really tie into Star Wars besides the fact of the characters itself?
It's going to have its tie-ins, but it's going to be before we meet Han Solo on Mos Eisley's. I almost guarantee it.
Which that was an older Han Solo's. That's an older Han Solo, so middle age, So, but we're looking at like probably where the beginning origin of Han Solo almost probably being a smuggler and all that.
I think that we should have Channing Tatum play Han Solo. Channing Tatum.
That would have been an interesting one.
That would be very interesting. Be like, freeze, hey girl, I'm gonna smuggle your shit.
He definitely has the kind of persona of Han Solo a little bit, doesn't he?
He has the perfect persona for Han Solo. He just doesn't have the look.
No, he doesn't.
Well, actually, he does kind of have the look. Young, hunky.
He doesn't have the look like look of Harrison Ford, though. I'm sure they won't try getting someone pretty close to looking like Harrison Ford.
They have somebody who is playing young Han Solo. I just forgot who he was, and as long as it's not. Oh, what's his name? Han Solo. Will Roberts, I guess, is his name. Let's find out. My name's Blur. Yeah, Will Roberts is his name.
No, it's not Will Roberts. It's Adam Eric I can't even say his name.
But I've got it right here on IMDb.
Adnan.
Oh, it's
No,
a video short.
Yeah, Adnan. I can't even say his last name, but he's the one who's going to play the Han Solo spinoff.
AD.
Adnan Erich. I don't even know how you want to pronounce that.
Yeah, we'll figure it out later.
But
Untitled
And he-
Han Solo still Star. Oh my gosh,
He
that's
does-
a mouthful.
he does look like Han Solo a little bit though.
I already don't like him
Why is that?
because he's not Channing Tatum.
Really? Wow.
Alden.
Alden. I don't know how to pronounce his name.
That's one thing that's really good about Star Wars is that they take not very well-known actors and actresses and make them into the next big star. Like,
Yeah, that's what Daisy Ridley. Ridley.
Ridley.
She was Ridley. She was no one, and then that's her first
She was someone.
movie.
And that was one of
No,
her
she
very-
was. That was one of her very first movies, I do believe.
Daisy Ridley. This is what we do on our podcast, guys. If you're just now joining us, we look up stuff on
We
IMDb.
just look up stuff. We don't know nothing.
We know nothing, yet we talk about everything. Daisy Ridley. Her first film was Only Yesterday in 1991. How is that? So she was a baby. Like, literally. Wait, she was born in 92. How does that even happen? That doesn't make any sense at all. She was born April 10th of 92. But her first short was Lifesaver. And she starred in a couple.
TV series, though. That's about it. And most of it was in England, so it was pretty small time.
Matthew McConaughey, she starred in Saturday Night Live. Segment Star Wars edition.
Yeah, that's probably after the movie. But yeah,
It is already in post-production. Or pre-production, I mean. Sorry. No, it's in post-production.
no, it's post. It's post. The
That's
Lost
kinda
Wife is pre.
So I think we're going to be seeing a lot of Daisy Ridley. Am I mad about that? Not even a little
No,
bit.
I am not. I am
Not
not
even a little
mad about
bit.
that whatsoever.
I could see more of that. Her
Yes.
on the screen, of course.
Her middle name is Jazz. How awesome is that?
That is a hell of a good middle name. So,
Daisy Jazz Isabel Ridley.
well, we have definitely gotten to the end of our conversation.
We have.
I think we've run just about every single drop of water out of this podcast that we could. This was the most bullshit podcast we've done. It's supposed to be a tribute to Gene Wilder, but my God, it was a pretty good one if I say so myself. So, Garrett, go ahead and close this out, and then give us your closing remarks, and then I'll give some closing remarks, and then we'll.
All right, guys. Well, you can, of course, follow me on any social media almost any social media. Just my name, Garrett Donovan. I think Twitter's actually the _Fester, which I'm thinking about maybe changing that to my name so it's easier to find.
Because Fester is so like 2013. God.
So just kind of look for me there. I'm also on Snapchat. It's my name as well. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, stuff like that. Also, follow us on our own social medias as well. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter, Instagram. We don't have a Snapchat yet, but
I'm not making a Snapchat for Critically Awesome. We'll just use our own. If you really want to make a Snapchat for Critically Awesome, be my guest. But
you
until we
use
reach 100
Snapchat, you use Snapchat more than I do.
I use those shit in Snapchat. It's not even funny.
So go like us on all those. Definitely make sure to subscribe to our channel. We can't do this without you guys. Well, we can, but it's a little more fun with you guys participating, like Parker.
Thank you, Parker. You got us into a big rabbit hole, and then we couldn't get out because we started
No, we
talking
didn't.
about
It's not a rabbit hole if we are asked about it.
No, I appreciate it. Definitely keep commenting. I mean, seriously, that really helps our show prolong itself because I was going to stop us at 24 minutes.
Yeah, it wasn't a. It's definitely was not a great planned show this week, but hopefully
Next week will
will
be.
be a lot better.
Maybe next week we can get Igor
Yeah, that'd be nice.
involved, and we have our opening again. That would be the shit, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I miss her.
I mean, I would love to see that opening again. Wouldn't you guys? I know I would. Garrett, I know Garrett would.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting mildly aroused just thinking about it.
I know I would because I made the opening.
Whoa.
Oh.
And we can thank Gabe Rankin for the music.
Yes.
We can.
We need to get some more guests. That's what we'll need to do too. Try to get more guests on the show.
I bet you I can get some Russian guests. Maybe Kazakhstanian or Macedonian. I call them Macaronians.
We need to get talk about Gabriel as well from the Middle East.
Mr. El Hashash.
Yeah.
I miss that.
I don't know. We'll have to talk about it. Get some more.
Do some more international
Yes.
relations.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyways, you guys can find me on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook, Whisper, Grinder, Tinder. I'm trying to name WhatsApp. I'm on WhatsApp. I have a WhatsApp.
Is it where JewishPeopleMeet.com?
No, I'm on FarmersMeat.com, and I'm also on
Hey.
BlackLadiesMeat.com.
You're on JDate and we're BlackPeopleMeet.com.
I'm on it all. PodcastersReus.com.
Oh, I would die laughing if it was actually like something like that.
I really feel like looking that up. But anyways, follow me on Snapchat, follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, like our like he said, like our Facebook page, Critically Awesome's Facebook page and Instagram page.
And Twitter.
If you're not subscribed to us, what's wrong with you? Go ahead and push that little red subscribe button down below. We will definitely treat you, love you, and hug you and squeeze you and call you George for the rest of your life.
Pat the bunny.
So don't forget to like us, subscribe to us, share with all of your friends. That includes you, Parker, right? Share this on
With
Facebook, Twitter.
Everyone in
anything.
Joplin, Parker, this is your mission, okay?
This is your mission. You are sent on a mission from Critically Awesome. I wasn't going to say from God because that would be a little too far. But you,
That's like a Blues Brothers there, you know?
that is the Blues Brothers. Thank
From
you.
a mission from God.
I get
Anyways,
to hang out with the Blues Brothers almost every day. It's pretty cool. They're a little stiff, but they look pretty cool. So, anyways,
share us with all your friends and family. Sorry.
if your grandma's not on YouTube, tell her to make a YouTube and tell her to subscribe to us.
Parker's on it. He's our man.
He's our man. Man with a plan. Parker, you're probably going to be on Critically Awesome one of these days. I'm pretty sure you'll love that. I know I will.
I would not doubt it. I would not mind it one bit. I'm sure he wouldn't either. Parker can be on Critically Awesome.
Heck yeah. All right. Well, we will see you guys next week for Critically Awesome's Movie Deathmatch Crime Edition. Anyways, Garrett.
Well, guys, I am Garrett. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys next week.
My name is Trent. I'm Critically Awesome, and we'll see you guys next week. Don't forget #Team Trent.